Welcome to this AI training video. In this video, you will learn about the job status data insight in AI, how you can create one, and how you can use it to monitor your current job executions in real time. We will explore the benefits of using a job status data insight through everyday scenarios faced by AI users to manage their jobs efficiently. Before we get to the scenarios, let's first see how a job status data insight can help you in your daily tasks. The job status data insight gives you a real-time overview of the current execution status of all the jobs in AAI. With a job status data insight, you can monitor job statuses across multiple schedulers, isolate jobs by their respective statuses for focused analyses, organize your data by specific job attributes, and filter by job definitions, and investigate anomalies by drilling down on jobs in unusual execution states. Let's also explore the different components of a job status data insight. The job status data insight in AAI shows you both a graphic and a tabular view of the total number of jobs in every possible execution state. The graphic is a series of tiles organized in an ascending order of the number of jobs in each execution state. The tiles, each with a color-coded icon representing a specific state, allow you to quick filter the table by their statuses. And the table shows you the details of your job executions depending on how you define the data insight. Now let's see how the job status data insight can be used to monitor and manage daily tasks. Meet Alex. She manages workflows for fraud detection and reconciliation at Apex 10, a fictitious global financial institution. She uses data insights in AAI to manage her automation workload across the schedulers she's responsible for. In the first scenario, Alex has been alerted about delays in downstream processes and suspects that some jobs might be exceeding their run times, causing bottlenecks across the workflow. To monitor the processes, Alex needs a consolidated view of the status of all jobs across schedulers, with a focus on comparing their current run times and predicted execution durations. Alex starts with creating a new data insight by clicking on the Add Data Insight button on the Data Insights list page. In the new Data Insight page, Alex starts with the basic information by selecting Type, followed by Job Status. She names this data insight Job Status Predicted Duration because she needs to monitor the predicted run times of all the jobs. In the Columns tab, Alex sees a list of available job attributes from which she can select the columns she wants to see in the data table. The Selected Job Attributes pane shows the selected columns that will appear in the data table. Alex sees the default attributes that will be included in the data insight. Alex needs to first identify the attributes she needs to add to the Selected Job Attributes pane. In the tab by category, Alex sees scheduler-specific job properties and those that are gathered by AAI from across schedulers. She can also use the search function to locate specific job properties. The tab by name lists all the properties in an alphabetical order. For this data insight, Alex selects the job type, predicted duration, and the scheduler attributes from the AAI grouping. She uses the right arrow to move her selection to the Selected Job Attributes pane. She then uses the arrows at the top of the Selected Job Attributes pane to organize the sequence of the columns. The sort options which appear on hovering a job attribute allow Alex to apply ascending or descending sort filters. For this data insight, Alex picks predicted duration as the primary sort and last start time as the secondary. She can choose to add more attributes as tertiary and quaternary sorts and so on. In the Filters tab, Alex notices the default filter set to the most recent job status attribute. In the drop-down, Alex also sees other job attributes she can pick to filter the data. The Values drop-down reveals the different scheduler-specific job statuses. She can also add more filter conditions by clicking on Add Criteria. For this data insight, Alex picks the most recent status of jobs in all possible execution states across schedulers. Alex proceeds to schedule the data insight to run daily with an email report to herself and to her ops team. She then shares the data insight with her ops team with edit privileges and proceeds to the Report Settings tab to customize her report view. Alex clicks on the Save and Run button to see the results of her data selection. Alex now has a clear view of all jobs with their predicted duration across all schedulers. The Job Status Data Insight shows Alex both graphic and tabular views of the data. The graphic, visualized as tiles, show an ascending order of jobs, each tile representing a specific state in its respective scheduler. The statuses are represented by color-coded icons, which also appear against the job status column in the data table. The arrows on the left and right of the row of tiles allow Alex to scroll through the different statuses. Alex can quick filter the table by selecting a checkbox that appears on each tile. This way, Alex can explore jobs in specific execution states. For this data insight, Alex needs to quick filter all running and executing jobs to understand their predicted duration. Alex clicks on the chart icon to see only the chart view of the data. She proceeds to select all the tiles in the running and executing states and returns to the combined view. Alex now has a snapshot of the predicted duration of all running jobs across schedulers. Like on other data insights, Alex can reorganize the columns, modify the column width, or apply additional sort filters to the data table. With that, Alex is prepared to monitor the current job executions and plan her downstream workflows. That concludes the first scenario on exploring predicted execution durations. Before we explore the second scenario, let's do a recap of what we learned from the first. From the first scenario, we learned that the Job Status Data Insight gives you a real-time overview of the current execution status of all jobs in AAI. You see both graphical and tabular views of the data. The graphic is a series of tiles organized in an ascending order of the number of jobs in each execution state. The tiles, each with a color-coded icon representing a specific state, allow you to quick filter the table by their statuses. You can organize data by job attributes and filter the data by job definitions. And as with other data insights in AI, you can schedule and share the data insight and customize your report settings. Now, let's take a look at another scenario. In this scenario, Alex needs an overview of failed jobs that are part of an SLA so her team can prioritize addressing recurring job failures. She has already created a Job Status Data Insight to monitor SLA impacting jobs. but she also needs to know what machines these jobs are running on so she can also monitor the agents. Alex starts with the Data Insights list page in AAI. She clicks on the Created by Me tab where she finds all the data insights she has created. She proceeds to sort the list by type and quickly identifies the relevant job status data insight she had created earlier. On the SLA Impacting Jobs data insight, Alex observes the filter criteria in the toolbar. These include the jobs in the schedulers that are in a non-success state. Alex clicks on the Actions menu to edit the data insight. Alex clicks on the Columns tab and observes the job attributes that she has already included in the Selected Job Attributes pane. Alex needs to add the machine name data to the table. She expands the AAI grouping from the Available Job Attributes pane to select the Run Machine Job attribute. She clicks on the arrow beside the pane to add this job attribute to the Selected Job Attributes list. Alex then sorts the data by the last start time attribute by clicking on the descending arrow which appears when she hovers over the row. In the Filters tab, Alex observes the previous filter condition set to most recent job status. She clicks on the Values drop-down to verify her selection. Alex observes the failed state criteria across schedulers she had previously selected and decides to retain these selections. She proceeds to click on the Save and Run button to create the modified data insight. Alex now has an overview of all jobs in the non-success state in one snapshot, along with the details of the machines these jobs are running on. Alex can now monitor these jobs closely and use the Processing Load Data Insight in AAI to review the load on these machines that might be causing delays. Alex clicks on the Actions menu and proceeds to add this data insight to her Favorites tab. With that, we conclude the second and the last scenario on monitoring jobs in non-success state with a job status data insight. Let's now do a quick recap of what we learned from this scenario. From the second scenario, we learned that you can modify your column views by editing the job attributes. Define primary and secondary sort criteria on your data. You can also review and modify the filter criteria, and you can use the Actions menu to add a data insight to your Favorites tab. Now let's review how you can use a job status data insight again. The job status data insight gives you a real-time overview of the current execution status of all the jobs in AAI. With a job status data insight, you can monitor job statuses across multiple schedulers. Isolate jobs by their respective statuses for focused analyses. Organize your data by specific job attributes and filter by job definitions. And investigate anomalies by drilling down on jobs in unusual execution states. That brings us to the end of the overview on the job status data insight. Thank you.